This podcast may contain offensive content. You have been warned. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Diecast podcast, Dragon Echoes, episode 8. I think we're on it. 8, 9 episode. Insert number here. We've joined everyone in the ruins of Hellish Waterdeep, where the Thayans have come in and said, "Hey, what's happening? You're all very alive here. We should change that." You had an encounter of some people trying to flee. Alethra ran into her mom. Harmony ran into her sister. Melody ran into herself. And Meraxis, for some reason, was not gold in the whole situation. You successfully fought off the dark version of Melody, and you saved some people, and you made it all the way to this kind of underground kind of refuge in the ruins of fiery Waterdeep. And I think that's where we're going to jump in right now, as you are in kind of like this half cellar, half almost like kind of broken into the sewer of people just kind of like recovering and trying to stabilize themselves as you've just finished this encounter with a dark version of Melody. And you are with Alethra's mom, whose name I am now forgetting because I am bad with names.
Oh yeah, we even looked this up between episodes.
You wrote it.
And
we wrote it down.
I did. It's probably in our chat somewhere.
It's definitely in our chat.
I also don't remember offhand, but
Mommy.
Yeah.
Oh, mother.
Ms. Marsk, rather. Yeah,
Mrs.
and I
Marsk.
believe we also arranged that we were going to have a meeting with the knife
Yes.
in the morning to drag us to the edge of town.
Yes. So where do you guys want to join back in? We've got handiness of plot wherever you want to be. We can skip to the morning. You can take care of some things and ask some questions in the room. It is up to you.
I'd like to have a small conversation before the night ends.
Mm-hmm. And you have Alondra and Aunt there with you as well.
I feel like this should be disclosed to everyone. And I look at Melody. In our reality, if one of us dies, the other one also does. So if we were to face this Melody, it's very possible that if we were to kill her, it will also kill the Harmony in this reality. And I want that to be known. It's not something we disclose easily or often, but it is part of the bond that we have. And I wouldn't want to assume that it would work differently. And I believe that part of the reason this Melody made whatever contract she did to keep Harmony alive would also be to keep herself alive. And I've been trying to wrap my head around if I was in that position, what we would do. So I just thought that should be made clear, that if we take one life, we might be taking another as well.
So we may want to avoid taking a life in general when it comes to...
Well,
Dark Melody.
I just believe in informed decision making, even if we get put in that terrible. I mean, also that might also help you understand why I made the choices that I did earlier today to try and diffuse the situation.
It's an interesting theory. I wonder, I can't believe I'm saying this, what Yaka has to say about this. and so I pull out, and Yaka begins to float next to me.
You see, without any hands, he kind of does that, like adjusting the jaw, like kind of like you slept on your jaw a little bit funny that the night before. Like,
and part of Yaka's uses, which I haven't tried yet, is esoteric knowledge. While the device is floating, you can use an action to cast legend lore from the device. And so I ask Yaka, can you tell me the story about Dark Melody and how she was created?
I don't know. Can I? Yes, I can. That was just a bit of dark humor.
Tortured me for so many years.
Why not some more?
You see Mecha Yaka is kind of like this, the metallic fragments on his skull kind of like expand out, and you see this brilliant blue energy come out, and you see almost like these little like almost like lightning bolts connecting back to some looks like bronze and reddish metal brain matter, and you see like gears and cogs like whirring around and starting to speed up in the speed at which they're going. You think it's getting hot, but it's like this brilliant light as he begins to connect with the universe that they're in. And he says, Melody, aka the Dark One, aka the Black Rose, was sisters with Harmony. They shared a soul. They were on the front line of fighting the Thayans when they invaded Waterdeep. They decided to help from the Fae. Harmony was trying to help a family and had herself taken instead of to give the family time to run. Melody was distraught and went on a solo mission to rescue her sister, ignoring any help. When she recovered her sister, she realized that fighting would kill everybody, so she's made a deal with the Lich. If Harmony and her whole soul was to be saved, she would devote her service to the Lich. And the trade was made. That is all.
Also,
Sounds like.
So you're saying if
Melody.
we kill alternate Dark Me, Harmony should be okay.
Yes, I believe that is the terms of the deal, was that part of the service would be that Melody's soul would be imparted onto Harmony.
So in a way, she already lives on.
Melody means Melody has no soul. That's part of what's happened to her.
She is used as a special anti-magic deterrent inside the city. She seems to have a knack for detecting portals and magic when it sets off, and that when spells and magic is used or a portal is opened, she will be there very quickly soon after.
That's good to know.
Why do they call her the Black Rose?
I believe that is the theme and motif of the Lich that took control of her. And her armor is also very prickly.
Her sword thing seems to be as well.
Her sword was special designed by the Lich as she celebrated the breakup of the sisters and called it the Sisters' Dirge. She wanted it to be that no matter where Melody was, she could always reach out and touch Harmony in some way.
From my knowledge of our reality, do I know a figure that would have a Black Rose motif? It's a 13 history.
You don't know the details, but you do know of a Lich, of a Thayan Lich. She undergone the transfer hundreds and hundreds of years ago. Is Arya Dildan. She was a human, she was a Thayan, and went in Thay, turned herself into a Lich. She did have some troubles when the death curse happened. and that she was she may be a demi-lich in your universe because her power was eroded away by the death curse.
That I might not know since I was gone for so long, but who can say?
Well, you're smart enough to know, and you've had enough dealings with the undead and the death curse that you don't know what she'd be like in this universe, but in your reality, she definitely was maybe demi-lich, but definitely depowered due to the death curse, as many liches in Thay were. Except for one you know about.
Well, yes, that one very important lich.
Well, I was going to say a Sararak was the only one who kind of, yeah.
I hadn't thought about using the death curse as a weapon against Thay, but I don't think we really have time to start a death curse before we have to get these bones.
Well, your mom says, like, well, that's what you and your friends went to Chult for, is to see if there was some answers in the Tomb of the Nine Gods about possibly using a curse of some type to fight the undead.
That's very clever of me.
Pat on the back.
Don't mean to toot my own horn, but
It sounds like me.
Me? What, like it's hard?
Like giving yourself a high five.
Yeah.
It's your research that started that idea.
Well, sadly, I don't think that'll help us today, unless, of course, they're successful, but they haven't been gone long enough to get to the heart of the Omuan Empire. Anyway,
how do you know it's an Omu? Like that's like that. It took other you like so long to figure that out.
Well, I traveled there in my reality a few years ago, and it's a long story, but she has her work cut out for her.
Well, maybe you could trade spots. It seems you're very educated on, as you typically are.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that offer. I'm already in a dangerous enough situation.
Well, we're all in a dangerous situation right now. We don't have much to offer, but I can take you to the headquarters of the Knife if you wish. You can talk to Merrick down there.
Are we doing that tonight, or are we doing that tomorrow morning?
Well,
do we need a rest?
Yeah, I thought we were doing a long rest, and
Yeah.
then we're going to go in the morning.
Yeah.
That was the plan, I think,
Yeah.
at the end of the last session.
absolutely.
I need a mental break after seeing all that. Does Yaka know any weaknesses that Dark Melody might have by any chance?
Well, she's still that's still the subject of your legend lore spell. So weaknesses. She's essentially kind of like a white. She's not quite undead. She's not quite alive. Radiant damage may do something,
Oh, good. I've got lots of that.
but immunities to like poison, disease, fear, charm, stuff like that.
We're gonna have to start calling you the White Rose.
I am very white.
We both are.
The Canadian crafter and me just had a moment.
Yeah, me too. It's like, I remember what
Styrofoam balls for everybody.
I remember what that place smells like.
Oh man, yeah, Christmas time there. Ooh.
Oh,
I
the
worked at
best.
Michael's. I have it burned into my memory.
So, do you wish to take a long rest?
Yes,
I think we do.
All right, you find a place to cozy down. Alondra and Anthar are also going to cozy up as well. And yes, excellent. As you sleep, can everyone please give me a wisdom saving throw, please?
No.
I don't want
I'd
to.
rather not.
Do we get a +5 because we are sleeping near Anthar?
He is technically incapacitated while he's asleep.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Just a reminder, we can't be surprised in our sleep.
Oh yes, I'm well aware.
19.
Ooh,
20.
ooh,
27?
ooh.
Oh.
It's a flat 10 for a left.
It is going to be an Alethra Anthar adventure.
Oh no, it's fucking
The buddy
what's his
cop movie
name?
we always wanted.
It's
Oh wait, sorry. What was everyone's scores again?
19.
19.
27.
27?
Melody.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
you are also on
yeah,
this
you have
adventure.
proficiency in that.
19 wasn't high enough.
19 was not enough. Had to start with a 2.
Shit.
This is going to be Obanus, isn't it?
You find yourselves in very much the same battleground in the streets of Waterdeep that you found before. Ruins and this orange reddish fires, like this kind of like grayish reddish glow of the fires being underlit by the clouds being underlit by the fires of Waterdeep. You're almost choking on ash and soot as you see just husks of skeletons and charred remains. And you do see kind of like these dragon bones that looks like they've impacted and embedded into this crater. And you can see there's like a blue glow and there's almost like a static charge about them. And as you saw him in the prison, very gaunt, with his Thayan robes on, and he looks over and says, I only got 3 of you. Aye.
Like Stitch, just hi.
Hi. Yeah.
You're not looking as hardy as you did before, Obanus.
Well, this is also your dream, so I am learning a lot while I'm here. I will say this: this is what I was fighting against. This is what took my family, my friends, my future, and this is what happens when the Thayans go unchecked. As he looks up and kind of motions his hands up towards the ruination of Waterdeep. So is your Marax's friend, is she asleep or is she still awake? You know?
We're not telling you anything about her.
I don't think I've seen her. I can't even say how long.
Give me a deception check.
I mean, I'm obviously lying, but I didn't roll a 1, so.
Wow.
But I wasn't trying to deceive him.
A natural 1
Yeah.
on deception is a natural 20 in sarcasm.
Yeah.
Thanks for trying.
So
Wink,
she
wink.
she told you the whole routine, the whole story, right?
Oh, I was there.
Oh, that's right. You were. Sorry. I've been so busy gathering things, getting ready. But it's good to know where you are now. This is handy. Going for another dragon body, I see. I'm going to guess this is Menzies that you've been looking for, but a little more complete and not sliced in a third.
Yeah.
Oh, digging around a little bit there as you see kind of this dark version of you step out almost like an echo or a shade. It's like, ooh, that's interesting. That's very interesting.
I'm so glad you're having so much fun.
Yes.
I'm learning so much, everybody. This is,
Well.
you don't even need to say anything. I'm just kind of poking around in your gray matter there.
I imagine so.
And he looks at Arthur. I was like, I'm not getting much from you. I was like, I'm a very vivid dreamer. Ha ha!
Arthur's just there. He's
Just the himbo.
DM, I have a question.
He's kind of there just in jorts too.
Beautiful.
Love it.
Because I do have a psychic connection with my twin sister, would I be able to maybe tell and or at least get a sense in my own subconsciousness that my sister is experiencing some form of distress?
Give
in
me
her
an
sleep?
insight check.
Oh, I will.
I'll make it his spell save DC.
Where is it? Oh, there it is. Oh, that's a 10.
No, she's having a very animated sleep right now, as far as you can feel.
Okay.
Just kicking her in my sleep. Some bunny kicks.
Yeah, little bunny kicks. Oh.
What I would like to start doing is, I guess, either try to break. I guess what I'm trying to do is like conjure thoughts to mislead him.
Oh, very interesting.
So like what I am trying to, I guess what I'm trying to, I am conceiving of a magical artifact that will like kill him on sight.
Give me your choice. I'll give you 3 choices of either deception, performance, or insight.
It'll.
Remember when you rolled a 1 last time?
Yeah. Well, the good news is I can improve this. I will go with insight. I'm going to roll a superiority die on this because I can do such a thing. It's not great. It's a insight. Yeah, 13.
13. What do you conjure?
So yeah, I'm trying to create a memory of me acquiring a like dark artifact in Sigil that will immediately like send Obanus back to his home dimension.
You seem look at that. That's clever, Olathra. That's Sigil regulates its magical items way too much to let you break in and be a sneaky sneak. You're making that up. Good try, though. I appreciate the hustle.
DM, is there a way I can get him to imagine or think that we have said goodbye to Meraxis and sent her somewhere far away?
Yes, that'd be a deception check, but it's going to be a disadvantage, though.
Of course it is. Why not?
And Anthar goes like, "Are we alive right now? Or are we dreaming? I'm unsure."
You are dreaming, Anthar.
This dream sucks.
Yes, it does suck.
I was hoping for like a cinnamon roll or a beach or something. My friends and well, I guess I got my friends here, so.
I'd like to think that his memory is the one that's like strong enough and also blank enough to like confuse and actually make you all on a beach all of a sudden.
So I've tried to imagine us saying goodbye to her and sending her somewhere where we've agreed we don't know, where we won't know where she's gone, so that we can't think about her. But with the lower roll, we have an 11.
You're all trying so very hard right now. I appreciate it, but I'm not here to antagonize. Well, I'm here to antagonize a little bit.
Yes, you are 100% here to antagonize.
That's exactly why you're here.
But I just scouting, just getting the lay of the land of where you. I just wanted to see where you were, what you're up to.
Very flattered.
Yeah, like I see you found the other me. Thank you for pointing that out for me.
Do you not have anything better to do?
No. Revenge is such a wonderful pastime.
I just
have you ever
go back
done
to your motive here? It seems quite like a waste of time.
Well, I've had 10 years to think about it.
Yeah,
It
think of
seems
all
like
the other
10
things
wasted
you
years.
could be doing. Petting cats, tying shoes.
Cats are very soft.
See, when you've killed someone you detest and you enjoyed that feeling so very much, and then you discover that in the multiverse, you can do that infinite times. And then someone gives you access to it. Well, it is time for me to work off some rage and frustrations.
But you do realize they're different entities, even though they're similar, but they are different. They have different souls.
But I still get to kill them. I'll start very soon. I just have to take care of this little group first. My very special thank you to everybody.
What do you mean take care of?
Oh, I plan to kill your Meraxis.
Well, we know that. But
Yes. You're the first on my
you
list.
made us believe like as a group. Okay.
Well, I mean, if you're there, I personally would give her, like a good 20-yard radius.
Sounds explosive.
It will be very explosive.
You are such a coward that you would strike from afar.
I'm a wizard. That's what we do. What are you new here? Coffee makers over there.
Nice try.
Just quite. I imagine with all of their time thinking, wouldn't you want to see the whites of their eyes?
No, I want to see their body incinerate, reanimate it, and use it for my own purposes to help kill other Meraxis.
So you've got this weird obsession, not just with killing.
She cost me everything.
Not this one. We've had this conversation before.
Yes, we are talking in circles. I think what we can accept is I've seen where you're heading in Hellish Waterdeep. I hope you appreciate what I was trying to fight against, and you are now fighting not against that. I mean, if you were of pure heart, you would be staying here anyways to help the people out. That's what I feel.
Well, I'll take that under advisement, Obanus. You seem like a real North Star of morality.
He'll straight shoot her
Oh,
from afar.
Oh, I'm well aware I'm being selfish and crazy, but
Yeah.
when you've lost everything and you've had 10 years to stew on it.
I mean, it's almost like maybe you should come here and fight against the Thayans since that's so important to you.
Oh no, I lost that fight. I lost it badly.
So you've given up on that. Okay, you confuse me, my dude.
Yeah, Melody, I think we can agree that this Obanus isn't the worst one that we've met.
There's more than one about. Oh yes, well we did meet that one earlier today. He wasn't as skinny as this one. He's eating a sandwich, it looks like.
Yes, Antha, remember this? Oh, yes. This
There's
might
so
not be
many of us. It's confusing me sometimes.
Yes, that's fair.
This is my first time through the multiverse.
No, it's actually full of jerks. It's true.
Yeah, it is. I was going to say, I mean,
Like, well, you guys plan. You do what you got to do. Good luck with the dragon bones. I can already kind of figure out what you're doing.
why did you need to pull us into this?
I just wanted to scout. I wanted to learn.
But you only got 3 of us.
Yes, it's true. Some of you are very resilient, or you're just not asleep right now. I don't know.
I guess actually, I'm going to roll an insight to determine if I think he is going to attack us in this plane or he's going to wait for another plane.
Yes, absolutely.
I'd like to do the same thing.
Ugh. It's 13 again.
On
22.
22, Melody. Being a creature of the Fae and also being a bit of a tactician, you know that if you're scouting out a place or an area, knowing the lay of the land before you fight, much like a lot of real estate, location, location, location. That if he's scouting out, he's planning something probably very soon.
Excellent. So we've got to hop 2, guys.
But he has, everyone give me an insight check who's in the stream.
21.
Do you have another set of dice?
Yeah, I was going to say burn that dice. But
It'll come around.
they're not working for you tonight.
Melody has a 21.
We'll go on Melody's train of thought here.
Yeah.
You realize that if he's looking for locations, you realize he's kind of fucked up just now. Is that you've never been to this spot before and you were looking at magical dragon bones in the ground.
Hmm.
You know exactly.
We know where it is.
If you know someone who knows Waterdeep, you know exactly where this is. You see ruins of towers, you see buildings. It's in a very big crater, but it is up to you if you want to reveal that or not. But you realize he's kind of like slipped his hand a little bit in cards, that he's accidentally revealed something to you.
Oh, thanks, Obanus. It's been a nice seeing you.
It's good to see you too. Remember,
Thank you for the heads up.
20 yards distance from your Meraxis.
We do appreciate the warning. We really do.
I am, if not anything, benevolent and kind.
We you know what? Honestly, I've met worse. So we do appreciate it. We'd like to get back to our sleep now, if you'd let us go.
All right. I think that's a fair deal. And you see Anthar speak up. And next time you're here, could we meet on a beach?
I think that's a fair request.
Like, very well. I'm good to wake up now. You see him kind of hold his breath like,
I don't care if any of us survive this. He must. Do you understand? We protect him with our lives.
you see Anthar pop out of sight.
Wait, all we have to do is hold our breath.
Yeah, we live and die for all.
Yeah.
Everyone who is in the real world, you hear kind of like a little like, and then he wakes up.
Kicking.
It's like, well, it's just you two. I can wake you up if you wish, or you can wake up on your own, your choice.
I'm going to restless leg syndrome myself awake.
Yeah. And you see Melody pop out.
Yeah, and I'll try to concentrate and hold my breath to pop out of here.
And the last one. As you all wake up, no ill effects. You get to do your long rest. Everyone else is fine.
So Miraxis takes a big stretch. Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow. Actually had an all right sleep.
Good for you.
Oh no.
There were no beaches in that dream. I was very upset. And I think I farted myself awake.
You definitely farted.
You are honest to a fault. You know that. But also you absolutely did.
I can still smell it. I think I smelt it in the dream too.
Did y'all get sucked into something?
Well, I'm going to tell you because it's very important. We did have a shared collective dream. Are you guys okay with me telling them this? We had a shared collective dream. He absolutely farted in the dream.
I was wearing jorts.
He was wearing jorts. It was very weird. I don't even know what that material is. Obanus was there.
Of course he was.
And he has said that he's scouting, and it seems like he wants to do something very soon. He knows where we are, and he is still hell-bent on killing you, Miraxis. But he also fucked up a little bit, and he showed us exactly where the bones are.
Oh.
They're in a crater in Waterdeep.
Right. So does that mean we don't need to go to the hand, or although they might know the pathway, the best way to get there?
Yeah, a little sewer trip I think might make the most sense, but
Oh, I hate the sewers.
Oh yeah, Alethra, when you hear Melody talk about that, you know exactly you were where the Arcane Brotherhood was. The buildings and the towers around it was definitely where the old magician, or at least for your reality, where the old Arcane Brotherhood guild house was, guild tower.
No, did Obanus send a message for me?
He's coming to kill you, and he wants to explode you from a distance because he's a big coward.
Of course he would. He's a wizard.
Yeah, exactly. Alethra seemed surprised by that.
I was hoping to maybe lure him a little closer through taunts, but I'm not really, it's not really my thing. But if he is planning on striking us here, I think there is a unique advantage that we might have. As we've learned, Dark Melody, the Black Rose, can sense great magical achievements. So when Obanus strikes, that will surely summon Dark Melody, and perhaps we could create a situation where our two enemies engage each other.
I was thinking the same thing because, well, the only thing is Obanus looks like a Thane, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, looks like a Thane, although is human and alive.
He doesn't have the shaved head, but he's got the tattoos underneath the hair.
So, I mean, hard to say, though alive. So you like to think that Dark Melody is just against general alive things. I gotta admit, this isn't a well thought out plan yet, but it's a sketch of a plan.
If we can convince Dark Melody that he's working with us, or... Oh, I know what you mean.
You see Elandra say...
There's some sort of distraction that could happen. Also, where's where's our elf?
She's actually say, well, I mean, she was right on us when we opened the portal. Like, that was very quick.
I have a question. If all we needed was a bone, why didn't we take a bone from the half of the dragon that we had?
Well, I believe we need something that's a bit more oomph to it. I mean, like, we can try it. I mean, we can go back.
I think it's a good backup plan. Should we end up back in Sigil, try to find...
Grab a bone out of that one's
I had a
ass.
lovely dream last night where we went back to Sigil, grabbed a haunch, and reanimated the dragon, and we all lived happily ever after.
Do you think it would still be there?
I mean, I'm just
We covered it in a tarp.
We planted some flowers.
Wasn't there like a flower coming out of its butt?
All I'm saying is we've gone to hell to find a bone, and we had about 50% of them back in Sigil.
More like 30, but yeah.
Sure.
Look, it's been a complicated situation for everybody.
The I don't disagree that this is a good backup plan. Although I was thinking that perhaps our exit from Sigil may have not been as inconspicuous as it should have been.
I know.
So on our return, keeping a extra low profile might be valuable. I'm hoping
Right.
we aren't widely wanted entities.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with the Lady of Pain. She works fast and efficiently, so fast that you will not realize you've been dealt with before you've been dealt with.
A lot of that going around.
We can go back if you want, but I think if we open a portal, we do it one final time.
There's a lot of people here that need help.
Well, this is why I don't like to reality jump a whole lot, because you will come across situations where you then have to ask a question yourself.
And we have to remember our initial purpose here, which is to save the 416 reality -3.
I mean, this reality, while unfortunate for the people living here, is, to my knowledge, not unstable. This will still be a reality regardless of who is in control of Waterdeep right now. The reality you come from, one wish spell is gonna has a chance to unfurl everything, and that's trillions upon quintillions of lives.
DM, I have a question for you. So, didn't we have a conversation with the Obanus from this world or this reality? And
You did.
didn't we make a deal that we were going to help him out, even though I did not want that?
Yes.
Like Meraxis did not want that.
He wanted to get out of the city.
Yeah, he wants to get out.
Yeah.
So essentially
And
the
he
same
gave us
deal we did last.
information.
Yeah.
He gave us information on where the bones were.
Yeah.
And the reality is
Yeah.
this one showed us where the bones are.
Yeah, exactly. So do we have eyes on this other?
He's still in the. Yeah, he's still in the.
He's
He was part of that
in
refuge.
the bunker. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Just
I
making
mean,
sure.
he has been hiding out here, with people that he could easily kill. He's one of the last magic users.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I'm wondering if we can involve him in our plan somehow.
I had that thought as
Okay,
well.
excellent.
We have to.
It's very mature of you, Meraxis.
Because here's my question. This is not okay.
You can say it.
All of you need to understand that nature is about balance. Okay? But what's a bigger target for bad Obanus? An Obanus himself that he wants to kill, or a Meraxis? Or at least it would be a distraction from trying to kill Meraxis.
Or both.
Well,
Confuse him with both of them.
and I'm not saying let's use this Obanus as bait, but
I'm okay with using
I
Obanus as
knew
bait.
you'd be. I actually knew you'd be on board with that. But
for the crispness of that answer, I'll give you a point of inspiration. It's nice, nicely delivered.
There's a lot going on, and there's a lot of grey morality going around, and like nature taketh and it giveth away. Wait, the other way around.
The
We're
question
just-
is, do we tell him that we're using him as bait?
we did tell him there's an Obanus that wants to fucking kill him.
But do we tell him that we're going to use him as bait
No.
now?
No, not at all. Okay, it's me. It's either me or him. Think about that.
But do you think he's an honorable... No way.
No, he's been hiding out this
No,
whole time.
no,
he's a
He'd
coward.
turn tail and run the minute.
He's a wizard. He's a coward.
Yeah,
Well,
he's definitely a coward.
You do know that the Thayans targeted arcane users like all the big hitters. They went after right away. And there are, from what you've been told, there are little to no magic users left in.
So much like the first Obanus, we are his ticket out of here. So he may also be willing to lay it on the line and fight fire with fire.
I'd be okay with this too.
I somewhat agree. I somewhat want to give him an informed choice, though. Like, to me, everyone should know the plan if we're working together.
Is it something we can tell him at the last minute?
Well, I think
Like
Like-
informed, but
Like how last
later.
minute?
Look,
Like duck
we-
last minute?
All right.
Or
we maybe don't have to tell him that we got a heads up that Obanus was going to be there today, maybe, but we could let him know that there's a good chance that, he's after us and after him, and if he comes with us, that makes it a bigger target. But I think he knows he may be fighting for his life.
What if we let him know that we will spare his life if he fights along with us and uses his magic?
That sounds a lot like threatening to kill him if he doesn't help us.
Well,
Like, let's just flip that one around, and we're the goodies, right? In this scenario.
okay,
I think we've
yeah.
decided we're all grey here at this point.
All right, but that's what I'm saying. Can we remain grey and not be like, hey, we could kill you or help us?
We shouldn't kill him if he does not give us a reason to kill him. And he should be allowed to do his own free choice. If he wishes to help, amazing.
God, the words of wisdom coming out of your mouth right now. Eric,
Meraxis blushes.
refreshing.
Meraxis blushes hard because obviously she has a crush on
I have to make up for
Thar,
it
so
because
she's like, oh, like ashamed a little bit.
you see on Thursday, like I do have to make up for the farting incident earlier. I still
Yeah.
feel bad about that.
You do, it's lingering.
Seem
We
kind of
have really good noses.
Yeah, it's very upsetting.
see
And
wave his
we're
arms in the
at
air.
a terrible height for it.
It's right there.
Right there.
It's just there and it's not going away.
The crop dust is very
Crop dust.
pungent.
Alondra says, well, let's also take into context, he's probably been on the run and fighting since this whole thing started.
That's what I'm saying. I think if this is his chance out of here, he will fight to the death. So I don't think telling him that, other Obanus is going to be there is going to really deter him in that sense, because regardless, that Obanus is coming for him, whether he helps us or not. So if he helps us, he has more of a chance of getting out. And
It might be worth noting that the Obanus that came to us in our dream was very ill looking.
He looked ill, like he looked gaunt from the prison in the Silver Dragon hold. It's very much as Arthur looks big and jacked, it's because he's been absorbing lawful good energies, and Obanus has just been kind of surviving off of lawful good energy, so he hasn't been fueling himself with it, but he's just been sustained by it.
also keep in
seems-
mind that might have just been your perception. It was in your subconscious, and that's what he looked like.
Well,
the
what did
last
you
time.
guys see him like?
yeah, he looked like he appeared in the.
He could use a sandwich.
and
I could
many
use a
more
sandwich.
after.
Yes.
Ultimately, whatever we tell Obatus,
Well, I'll give you a point of inspiration. That's good too.
Oh, beta.
I love this stupid game.
I think having him near will be a useful ally. And so ultimately, what my plan is no change. We
Yeah.
continue our path down the sewers with the knife. We now have a new target, which we believe is the Arcane Brotherhood Guild House, where we know somewhere along the way to expect evil Obanus. And when he makes himself known, we summon the Dark Rose and try to position them in a way where her dark magic sucking powers take away some of evil Obanus's abilities, and perhaps we were able to defeat him then.
That is an interesting point. If she can deflect his magic back at him.
But then what do we do with her after?
Well, that would be the second part of the problem. But
I feel useless. Not only because I mostly use magic, but the idea of killing any form of you.
Well, I don't relish the opportunity, but
If it comes to it, I'll kill myself.
It gets confusing in the multiverse. This is why I try to steer us away from variants of each other. And from my math, it
Hasn't been going so well. I'll be deadly
What
honest.
did you say? It was a B minus, B plus that you had?
it was a B plus.
Well, to be fair, in the first reality, we didn't encounter anyone who was alive that was us. And, most of us are not in the city currently.
In fact,
All the ones with souls.
In my defense, the only one of us who's in the city is actually dead, and I wouldn't be able to see that anyways.
Fair.
Fine.
It's mostly the Obanuses that are giving us troubles.
True.
There's an unforeseen
Obanus.
wrinkle in the math.
Well, our obvious mistake has turned into a bit of a mistake, and now we get to kill it.
Thinking about the bones again, is there any specific bone that will work best, or can it be any bone?
Anything that's been like supercharged with magic is going to be the most receptive. And we're not going to know which one of those is until
we get there.
But if you've seen kind of what it is already, you may have like an idea of.
They
Did you
did seem
see the most glowy one?
There's very glowy ones.
Those are the ones we want then.
We want the glowing bones. Do we need all of them or just one?
Just one.
Would it work better if we got multiple?
It would, but then we have to carry dragon bones.
I think it would be useful if...
Anthar, how strong are you?
Oh! You see him flex his arms a little. I'm so sorry.
Oh my God. Stop feeding that man whatever it is.
What did you eat last night?
I'm a sleep farter. I'm sorry.
You're awake farter too.
Also guilty.
Maraxis picks up both the sisters. Just
Above
so you guys
the air
yeah,
level,
above, yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. I thought I was going to die just now.
I gotta work on my fart sounds too.
Fucking farting paladin. What the fuck? How are we going to do a stealth mission to fucking through the... Well, I guess the sewers will cover
and now
the
he's
scent.
farting.
Also, have any of you tried to stealth with a paladin before? This is going to be a nightmare.
It's very
With a farting
difficult.
paladin.
That's why we're going in the least conspicuous route.
Right. Okay.
I am not quiet at all.
No, we're going to try to use an indoor voice.
This is my indoor voice.
How about
My outdoor voice is very much louder than this.
Now,
have you ever played the quiet game?
This is my quiet game.
No, but the quiet game where we don't speak at all, and you win a prize for speaking not speaking for the longest time.
Oh, I'm good at games.
Good. Okay, this is a game.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you when it starts.
Okay.
But
and
you
don't
can,
hold your breath. It makes you fart more.
Harmony, I'm going to be brutally honest with you.
Oh.
A lot of things make me fart. Except being nervous. I don't do that when
I look over at Maraxis. I'm like, are you into this?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This is Nick.
Yeah, fair.
The human in me finds farts funny. The Maraxis though, she does not. She's
like,
not impressed.
Control your digestive
Not
system,
impressed at all. She's a dragonborn. Okay.
Dragons don't fart.
So
Everybody knows.
Yeah, dragons. don't
That's
fart.
why they have dragon breath.
except the poison dragons.
That smells like a poison dragon.
Gotten distracted by farts and
Your ass is a poison
Mind
dragon.
you, Maraxis does have a spell called like fog cloud. I think it's fog cloud. Or no, it's
stinking cloud.
Stinking cloud. Thank you. And
That's what's coming out of him.
And it comes out like. And it is
he has it as a cantrip.
the way that she like expels it is by farting. It's
Great.
her, but it's her one and only.
Are you
She's
guys,
like, I control this shit.
Yeah, I control it.
I save it up.
are you guys hearing that on the mics? I'm getting this. It sounds like hypocrisy.
I think they're made for each other.
Oh. She's like a wind, like a fucking
Airbender.
airbender.
You were talking about magic bones and how to.
What I was going to ask is, are we putting an embargo on any casting of spells until Obanus shows up then, while we travel? Because if I cast a single spell, are we going to call Dark Melody?
You see Alathar's mom sound up and says, well, from what the knife has informed us of, and what we can kind of glean, is that it's the potent of the magic. So something like a portal is very strong and very powerful, and it kind of just acts like a beacon for us, as we can tell. If you say new portaled into here, that's probably just rang the dinner bell for her. So the smaller the magic, it's not a 0, I think, but
less interesting to her.
The more powerful it is, the bigger of a attention you'll probably garner on yourselves.
So keep it on the lowdown.
Use your scimitar as much as possible if need be.
I'm going to use my shillelagh.
Or your shillelagh.
He says, well, I can bring you to the knife now if you wish to have a talk with Merrick, because he's going to be very interested to see you in the city.
Yeah, this is giving me enough time to don my armor, so I'm ready to go.
Did
Do we
Merrick
need
help?
breakfast? Does anybody have food on them? We might need our strength today.
There is some. You see, well, he will have food. There's the food we have here. I'd rather give to the refugees and the people fleeing.
Mm-hmm. Did Merrick help our other selves?
He is probably the sole reason why thousands of people have survived Waterdeep.
Good man.
Well, you say that now. He also ran the Knife the Thieves Guild in the city, so.
Sometimes thieves will be the most honest people you meet.
Mm-hmm.
At least they tell you they're stealing from you.
This is true. All right, so before you head off, I think we'll call a quick break there before we head on down to see the knife. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the break as we take a break from the dreams and jorts and dream farts all the way through. Thank you so much for coming along on the journey. Thank you so much for enjoying the season so far. It's great to have you with us. And just a few announcements for this break as before we jump right back into the story. We have a couple of conventions coming up, Vancouver Fan Expo, Comic-Con, Breakout Con, Anime North. When we get more details about what we're doing, when and where, we will let you know. Hopefully we'll be able to travel out this year and have some more fun and meet some more people. Stay tuned to our socials at the Diecast Podcast on Blue Sky, on the Metaverse with Instagram and Threads, and on YouTube. Keep an eye on those. Give us a follow, say hi, and we'll let you know what's coming up and where we're going to be. So if you want to meet up or just come say hi and see what panels we're doing, jump on in. It'll be great. And we're getting close to the end of the season. We finished recording for a while. When we get closer to the end, we'll let you know about what's happening. And when Tales from Troll Skull Volume 3 will start up, we're going to be starting recording those very soon. So keep your fingers crossed. Keep your eyes and ears open. We'll have more information for you as we go. And I think that is it for this week. Let's jump right back into the episode. As always, you can find us on any app that plays a podcast. If you want to help us out, a follow, a rating, review helps us out so much. Even the small stuff, just like liking a post or resharing it with somebody, does a ton of work for the algorithms. It means so much. If you can leave a rating or review, that does even more. Thank you so much for all your support this week. We will have an announcement next week. We have some merch in the works. And we'll try to leak some photos out as they get ready and as we make some decisions on what we're going to produce. But like I said, you can follow us on any app that plays a podcast. You can find us on our own website at www.thediecastpodcast.com. And of course, on any social media at the Diecast Podcast. TikTok for Canadian viewers. I'm so sorry, America. I'm so sorry this is happening to you. On Blue Sky, Threads, Instagram. That's where you'll find us. So give us a follow, come along for more adventures, and we will see you next week. Drink some water, tell a loved one how you feel, and I'll see you for the next adventure. All right, we are back from break. We've had our dream sequence. We've gathered up. You're going to head off into the sewers with Alethra's mom to meet Merrick and the knife. And fortunately, it's a pretty easy journey because she's done it a million times before. Alethra, these are very different sewers from how you recognize. The sewers from your Waterdeep were big, flat, kind of like patio stones as walls and ceilings. These are very tiny, cobblestoney type of paths, and like the sewers are rounded as opposed to like these big block kind of subway tunnel entrances, and it smells vile and bad because essentially all the death and decay and destruction has rained down into the sewers, and there's not much water. It's a lot of kind of like a thick sludge of a paste and a lot of debris and collapsed areas. But you find your way to the headquarters of the knife very quickly, and you hear it before you see it, which is kind of alarming to you because the Thieves Guild is making a lot of noise. And as you come in, you see that it is just organized chaos. It's almost very much like one of those like World War II intelligence centers where people like couriers are running out with paper notes and stuff like that. And as you step in onto the ground, you actually notice that it's got this wood flooring and it doesn't feel stable. And it feels like it's very it's resting on top of the stone, and you get the feeling that it can move.
This is a trapdoor.
No. Actually, your first instinct is trapdoor, and then you realize it's actually made that this whole room can be packed up and moved really fast. And you see it is full of people. There are sleep areas, there are desks, and people are like, there's maps and everything like that. And as you all walk in, everyone's like kind of like just like buzzing away, doing whatever task or organization they need. And you can see they're all wearing different types of garb. Various people have like bandages on their head. Some have like eye patches, and they all have the knife icon kind of buttoned or pinned somewhere. And then as Melody walks in the room, it all stops as they all look over, and you see knives being pulled, bows being drawn, like people are like flipping over desks and chairs and like,
hello.
Whoa.
I'm not her.
The idea of like this room full of badasses seeing a 3-foot bunny.
Yeah, just like
who's going
preparing
like,
for war.
And
then her being like,
dynamite.
I'm only a rabbit. I'm
just
not
a little bunny.
It's only a rabbit. I'm not her. I promise.
You see this old dwarf stand up, craggy looking face, kind of like a white eye and a scar. It's like, you look like her, but you're speaking. So, and you got eyes.
Yeah, I can see you. I'm not blind. I don't have a big cool fuck you sword.
Like, all right, I'm going to need some explanations because, and he points to out there, you were on a boat, points to Harmony, you were on a boat, and you were on a boat that a lot of people died to get you on, and you are silver for some reason.
Alondra, do you want to take this one?
It's like, yes. So through a series of events that have led us here, we are from a different universe, and you see as soon as she says different universe, Merrick just goes like, multiverse travelers. This is exactly what I need. This is not what I need right now.
Well, we are here to help.
I mean, it might be.
You might want us a little bit.
What are you gonna you're gonna stick around and try and get people out? You gonna?
Well, that depends on
Or-
what happens next.
Listen, we could also be a distraction while you're getting people out. We have a mission to accomplish, and it may help you in proximity. If we can distract and occupy and take out some of your enemy, then we're helping, are we not?
As soon as you say distraction, you see his eyebrow just perk up. Says, all right. Now you've got my attention. Just so you know, we're not fighting a war here. We lost.
Right.
This isn't can we save people? It's how many people can we save? We are trying to get people out.
But we as a group are not very stealth. But you as a group.
No, not with your face around. You're going to draw a lot of attention.
Right.
No, I had just been in general. None of us are very stealthy. But you as a group, I assume are.
Yes. And
So we will do the big bang boom. And you can sneak away.
We're looking for some bones.
all right, just go upstairs.
We're
You'll find
looking
it.
for some very specific.
You're going to have to give me actually details before I can help you out.
Dragon bones.
Have you seen a dragon in a crater?
Immediately, his face just goes sunken. He's like, you want to go after that?
We do.
It's vitally important to our mission. If you can get us passage to somewhere close that is discreet.
You are all crazy. That has become a holy sacred site and also a great site of study for all the goddamn undead.
Well, then
Who's
won't we
holy?
set out a lot of alarm bells when we get there,
You absolutely will
which will give you a chance.
to get people out.
Right.
I respect it, but my new question is, how long are you going to, because there's two big threats there. One is all the necromancers studying, trying to access the magic in those bones because they have not been able to do it. And two is the big fucking undead mama dragon who they've risen from the dead and now acts as a protection when the wizards aren't there.
Well,
Oh,
Wait,
we only knew about
we
one
didn't
of
know
those
that part.
things.
Mama Dragon. Please tell us more.
I mean,
Well, in the great fight over Waterdeep and the dragons all unified and lost, there was a great blue dragon and her son got struck down, and she used a wish spell to empower all the protection into him. And they both landed and crashed into the Arcane Brotherhood and created a big, massive crater. And they couldn't touch his bones, so they touched hers and rose her as a undead protector.
So, are you saying there's a possibility we won't be able to touch these bones?
Well, it depends on who you want to deal with. A bunch of wizards or an undead dragon. Because she's a little uncontrollable and they kind of just let the guard dog loose and then are able to put her into a slumber when they come there to study.
I think we were already relying on an element of chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, could you explain that option to us a little bit more?
So the Thaans are trying to figure out how to access the magic potential in those bones.
Mm-hmm.
They study those things days and days and weeks on end, and they haven't been able to figure it out. And when they're not there to study, they keep a big guard dog dragon, his former mother,
Mm-hmm.
So-
The Empress of
So
Storms.
we can either choose to come when they're studying
which is a
and
lot of...
face a bunch of undead wizards.
But they won't be there at the same time.
No, they can't be at that dragon is too uncorked powerful.
If
Chaotic, I believe is the word.
how many of these wizards are there? Do we know?
at any given time.
It depends on the studying. Are they out hunting down magic users in the city? Are they just out hunting in usual? It can be anywhere from 8 to 16.
Is there ever a crossover period where
There is.
They have to clear before the dragon
They-
arrives.
So they have to put the dragon into a slumber, which they can do quite easily. And then they have to let it wake up, which means they have to clear the zone.
how long
So-
does that take and when does it happen?
To clear the zone, 10 to 15 minutes when they clear out of there.
And the dragon is still asleep.
Yeah, but it wakes up and it's angry.
15 minutes is a long time to take
I
one
think we
bone.
I could do that. What time of day does this happen?
I haven't seen the sun in a couple of months, so I don't know.
So we have to scout it out.
But that window of time does seem opportune.
Mm-hmm. A lot can happen in 15 minutes.
And
I mean, just in pure action economy, I think one target is better than 18.
also,
But that's a big target. But we
An
have killed a
undead
dragon
target.
before. Accidentally.
accidentally.
We do also have a dragon of our own.
We do have a dragon of our own.
We don't, do we? I don't know of a dragon. You see Alondra being like,
We're not talking about that dragon. We're talking about the one that we can conjure.
Yes,
The spell dragon.
that one.
You see just like a look of shock and embarrassment.
Yeah, the big, that one.
Right. Well,
The other.
forget everything I've just said in the
Jesus.
past 30 seconds.
Praxis is like,
Sensitive.
oh my gosh. All right.
It's a face palm.
Also, if our other wizard friend does show up in that window, the mummy dragon might pick him as a target as well.
I like this idea.
How many of them does it take to put her to sleep? A lot of them?
It takes at least half of them to do it.
Okay.
And then, do you know what the waking process looks like?
They stop concentrating on their spell and then run like hell.
Gotcha.
That took some practice.
So you know all of this, but you don't know what time of day it happens.
If I could see the sun, absolutely, I'd be able to tell you. It happens about every 8-hour shifts or so.
8-hour shifts.
So can you get us close enough to a point where you could see the sun and let us know how much time we have?
I mean, we have, and he like points around. It's like you see different like sand or we call it sand hourglasses. Thank you. Kind of rotating down. Is like we don't know if this is accurate time, but this is the time we keep inside the city. So each of these hourglasses is half a day or 4 hours, and then we flip it over.
I'm also wondering, what if we disrupt their concentration? That'll give them
I had the
time.
same thought. If you could break the concentration while they're trying, and then the dragon attacks them. But one, we don't know where that's happening. And two,
Theory, they'd have to have line of sight
in order to break their concentration.
They both fell in the same spot. She hasn't left that area.
Oh, she's just there.
She's there. Yeah. She's either asleep or she's awake. Those are your choices.
Or she's waking up.
Is she bound to the place physically?
We don't know, but she's never left. I mean, maybe there's some vestiges of family
Some
still
things
holding
last
it.
even in death.
I don't think that this undead monstrosity will be very happy with our mission.
I was going to say, regardless, the dragon's
Don't
there.
tell her. Yeah, the dragon's there regardless of if the Thaans are not.
And
Yes.
if we were to fight the Thaons, it may break the concentration anyway. So I'd rather just deal with a waking up dragon.
Yeah.
Yes, I think speed and fleeing will be our main tactics in such a conflict.
If we can get it done in 15 minutes, I think we'll be okay.
You know,
As long as we time it.
there's a lot of people who want to get things done in 15 minutes, and a lot of surprises happen along the way.
You don't have to tell us that. We're adventurers.
You see Merrick actually look at you, Harmony, and says, alternate
Harmony
you.
or Melody?
Harmony.
Okay.
Says, alternate you used to, or works for us. Her bunk is just over there. Your stuff is her stuff. I don't know. I don't know how this works.
I'm sure that's how it works. Absolutely. I would want me to, never mind.
Okay.
And I hop over it. They're rifling through her stuff.
It's a lot of it's gone. A lot of it looks like it's been moved in a hurry. But there is a big, to your size, a large leather scroll case that looks like it has a like a codex, a cryptics on the front of it.
Oh, can I?
Yes.
I'm trying to decide if I want to ask for help with this or if I want to.
It's a 6-letter word, and in quotations scribbled under the leather underneath it says family.
Melody. I enter in Melody's name.
You click, 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 click. You pull it, you click, you hear it click, and it has resistance and it doesn't give, and you feel something kind of like crunch a little bit. You feel like you've got 2 more tries.
Is it straight up just family?
Sister.
Put in sister, click, 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 click.
Yeah.
You find a scroll with a couple of like little notes written in your handwriting that says, save for for like the absolute purpose, as you unfurl a 9th level scroll for the wish spell.
That was a very insecure password for something so big. What kind of thieves guild are you running?
Well, we don't steal from our own.
Wait, nobody else has seen this.
True. That's also true. That's also true.
I'm okay.
But you guys share a brain.
I share a brain.
Yeah, but yeah. I quickly say, don't say a fucking word.
I put my little bunny lips together.
I'm going to roll this back up and put it in my pack. And walk back over to the group. Is there anything else? There's nothing else.
It's a lot of it was left, but you get the feeling that of all the things missing, this was left here very deliberately.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Just grab a couple extra things so they don't get sus of you.
Oh, right. Go back and I start like rifling through the other paper and go, oh, this is a nice pen. I'm going to keep that.
Mhm.
And
Oh, you do
like,
love your pens, don't you,
yeah,
sister?
I take a little hand mirror, something. Oh,
Yeah.
that's
There's
nice.
like a pillow and like
I'll
a
need
blanket.
this.
And
Yeah.
You're just rifling from yourself?
Yes.
From alternate universe ourselves. We're not the
Her
same.
stuff is my stuff. My stuff is her stuff.
There you
If she
go.
ever comes to my universe, she can have whatever I have as well. I'll
Okay.
return the favor in kind.
Curious. So, Merrick, can you get us close?
I can get you close, but what type of distraction you're going to cause? Because I want to know how many people I can get out and how much it's going to cost me lives wise and resources wise to get people out. I can put you right there because nobody likes going around there, and security's kind of lapsed because they don't expect any living people around there.
Well, you'll have the 15 minutes that the dragon has to wake up, and then you'll have however long it takes for all of us to die or all of us to get out.
Well, I mean, just be careful. The first portal spell or first big magic spell you uncork,
We're
the Black Rose is going to come.
counting on it.
So they've got the white rose, so here we go.
That was very cool.
Grab yourself a point of inspiration.
Fuck yeah.
I love that you're my sister.
Love that you're my sister.
Oh, I love you.
So much.
All right.
Let's kick some ass with our bunny feet.
Fuck yeah.
Yes. All right, we can work out a plan. I can send some scouts with you. They are not going to help you out, by the way. They are going to show you the door.
That's all we need.
And
We're
they're
not
gonna
asking
vamoose.
for more than that. We want you to get as many people out as possible. That's all part of this, really, because that's how we can help.
Okay. Oh, and just so you know, like no magic here, no magic at all. Like it sucks to pack this thing up, but absolutely no magic done here.
Not
Understandable.
Not even a little.
No,
Gotcha.
Nothing to make the smell go away.
no, just deal with it.
Gotcha.
You don't understand how sensitive our noses are.
I don't think you understand how horrific the Black Rose is.
If me,
Oh, we've seen her.
Meraxis picks both of you up again, just for like.
It doesn't matter. We're underground in a sewer.
Yeah, but
It's
at least you're not on
everywhere.
the ground with all the sticky feet.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's
Yeah,
true.
Fart smells are the least of your smell problems right now.
Yeah.
on our fart, it'll smell nice.
I'm
I
gonna,
was
put,
very nervous.
On
I'm sorry.
command.
I'm gonna put my cloak up over my nose.
This is a very dire situation. Also, are we fighting a dragon or like what are we doing?
We're
Hopefully
going
not.
to try not to. We're going to try to sneak around a waking up dragon and get what we need. And possibly set off some sort of magic bomb just as we're leaving.
Do we know where? I'm gonna say this to you. Do we know where Obanus is? The not evil.
He was
He's
still
with us.
He
he
is
was
with
still
us?
back
Oh,
with
he
the
is. Okay.
refugees.
He's
Oh,
with the
he's not
refugees.
coming
He didn't come with you to the knife.
Okay.
We can speed of plot him if you wanted him to come.
I think we wanted him to
Yeah,
come
we
with
wanted
me.
him to
come
come
with
with
us.
us.
Then
Yeah.
magically he's there with you. Ba, ba, ba.
Yes. Keep up.
Follow us for your way out of the city.
Didn't
Yes.
realize how slow you were.
Is he trying to get out of the city or is he trying to get out of this reality?
Actually, you see Merrick when he sees Obanus, like, oh, you also have a big dinner bell with you. I know him. He is probably one of the last wizards left in the city. And you see him kind of like pull his cloak over further on his head. It's like, yeah. There's no hiding.
No. Again, we're somewhat counting on it. I understand this looks like a great big bomb, but that's kind of what it is.
It's
As
a
you can
suicide
see.
mission. You are ringing so many dinner bells for this little undead bunny.
Yeah.
Well, as you can see, you wanted us to be a distraction, so here we are.
I mean, like that's going to be a hell of a distraction as a dragon and one of the last wizards left.
How many people do you think you can save?
Going to get a lot, that's for sure.
Good.
Then do
Make
it.
sure that Elantra's mom's there.
So, I've I've tried to like, no, I'm
She's going to be last to go. Yeah.
like, all right, well, I can send some scouts out. We can figure out when the changeover happens. It's not going to take you long to get up there
Okay.
because we're where we are right now, which I'm not going to reveal the location of, but it'll be quick.
Alondra, before we, how quickly can you secure our exit?
Well, not under duress. Very quickly. Under duress, it's going to take some time because you got to do calculations on the fly.
Last time
Mhm.
it took a couple tries, remember?
Yes.
And how long can you keep the portal open?
If I'm not interrupted, about 10, 15 minutes.
How fast can you close it?
Just like it's fast enough to cut a dragon in half.
That's right. We did witness that. Good job.
You see, kind of grimace a little bit, like. "Eee."
Do you by any chance have a map of the area of Merrick?
You see him say, "I do, but I don't share my maps very willingly."
Well, if you just give it to me, I have.
See, that would be giving it to you. Would be part
Sorry.
of the sharing it.
As in, if you give it to me to look at,
I don't think he wants you to look
I
at it.
can make a copy.
He doesn't even want to tell us where this is.
No,
No.
I mean a map of the Arcane Brotherhood region
Of the region, I can.
of this. Like,
I will draw you a map. How about that? Because I don't like copies of maps going out to people I don't know.
You don't need to X marks the spot or anything. We just need a rough
I just have
blueprint.
proficiency with cartographer tools, and it's really rare to use them.
I just want to make a map, you guys.
I just want to use my skills.
Like,
What if you just draw us up a little
as a DM,
Blueprint.
absolutely. As a DM, as a character, it's like no. I'm so sorry. He begins to scribble down on a piece of parchment,
Sure.
And it looks very much. But he does draw you the dimensions of the bowl of the impact crater where the two dragons fell, and it looks very much like center of the crater is where this is where Menzies' bones are, and he actually gives you like a small little display of like the rib bones and like the leg bones, the tail bones, and like the skull and stuff like that, and he motions off to where. Just outside the crater where like the main teleport area for the Arcane Brotherhood is where the mom fell.
And then could you give us a sense of where we will be coming to ground?
He says, yes. He says, the old sewers are still connected to the Arcane Brotherhood. They are covered over with dirt and debris. And from the outside, it looks like they're just part of the bowl. But when you come from the inside, like once you push that dirt down, you're going to have to work hard to cover it back up, but you will be right at the bottom of the bowl. You get about
Of the bone bowl.
the bone bowl. Yeah. Of the crater. There's got about 30 feet worth
Right
of.
in the bowel of the bones.
Yeah,
Yes.
right in the bone bowl.
So what is the diameter of the crater?
It is.
I imagine it's dragon-sized.
The radius is 90 feet, so that's 180 feet.
180.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wow.
so it's as big as this.
Wow.
Yeah.
And we're going to come up right the middle.
Very close to it.
Okay.
And it's essentially, there are small platforms that the Thayans have built to study and try and break the magic on it, but they keep their distance because it's some type of magic that they haven't been able to penetrate yet. But it's usually just like a sheer, almost cliffside of debris. Difficult terrain, if you will.
Mhm.
Going up is a lot harder than going down.
Well, really, it's where we want to be.
Mhm.
That's where the bones are. It's just, do we need to get back into the hole to get to the portal? Like where?
I just need a flat surface. I can do it on the floor
On the floor,
for all I
right.
need.
Okay.
But it just makes it a little weird because like you're going down and then you're coming up level on the other side.
We'll deal with that. That's
Mhm.
fine.
Wait, can you do it in the dirt of a crater?
It just has to be a solid surface.
Okay. I think we get up. You start chalking an outline.
Mm-hmm.
we'll grab some bones. Our distance casters will keep an eye out for immediate threats while I get the bones.
Now, the bones and the
You will
sleeping
provide cover.
dragon may provide cover.
The bones are going to be tough because if a bunch of Thean necromancers and wizards haven't been able to even touch or pull them out, what makes you think you're going to?
Plot and
I was going to say the goodness in our hearts.
You know John Plotz too?
Yeah.
His armor is great. Terrible hole digger, though.
Well,
I'm hoping that our intentions will be good enough, but that does seem a little shaky
Well-
when I say it out loud.
okay, well, but wait a minute. Wait a minute. We have the blessings of the mother. And that is supposed to echo through all of, like, that connection. Maybe, if we focus on that as we're trying to pull the bones. Because this is more
Mhm.
than just a spell. This isn't something that can just be dispelled. It's obviously something that this was.
It's a protective bond.
I have a completely hypothetical question that has nothing to do with anything that's happened in any recent amount of time, but can a wish spell undo another wish spell?
My understanding is yes.
Okay.
Staring at you, just
No reason for anything of that sort at all. Just curious, thinking out loud. You know?
Everyone give me an insight check.
if only we could find another one of those.
Oh, on par with the natural too. Ooh.
No,
That
I don't need
tracks.
to because I know she's got one. So
Oh, I got
only
a 4.
rolled an 8, so I will not burn any.
Yeah, I got a
security
4.
die on this.
I rolled a
Alondra,
14 deception.
Alondra got a 27.
Hmm.
And you can see her like almost like looking right through you, like, what?
Tell you later.
Okay.
she's got two bunnies staring at her.
Yeah, just staring back like.
You see, Merrick like, all right, this is a weird vibe happening right now.
That's the friendship circle.
You see Alondra go, yeah, friend, can we get a private friendship circle? Like, well, I mean, it's kind of compact. It's like, no, that's friendship circle just outside. You see, she grabs Onthar and she grabs Melody as you all go running aside. This is a very sacred moment for us, so please do not interrupt in our religion. Thank you. And she closes the door. Boom. It's like, and she holds hands with everybody. Did you get a wish spell?
I did get my hands on a wish spell.
Do you know how goddamn powerful that is?
I know.
Yes, that's why we said nothing.
It's also very effing dangerous.
Would it undo this reality?
I have to do the math.
Oh no.
Well, it was written in case of emergency, and I'm just. Could we undo Melody's situation, Dark Melody's situation? Should we undo the Mother Dragon and make him alive again? Should we reanimate Menzie? Do I have to use it to undo the wish spell that's protecting Menzie so that we can get the bones? I don't know what to do with this.
The tag on the wish spell actually said for the great purpose.
The fuck does that mean?
Which is the greatest purpose?
I mean, I know what Harmony's greatest purpose is. And I look at Melody. What would serve us greatest, or should we use it at all? I don't want to undo this reality. We can't use it in our reality.
Well, I mean, I think I'm going to make an educated guess here. And I'm going to say the reason why they went after the high, powerful spellcasters is so they didn't have to deal with the wish spell. Because she kind of motions to everything.
Yes.
This is a wish-worthy spell. But also, you have to be very careful with the wish spell and how you word it. Like, your reality is frayed because of 3 wish spells.
Right.
What's one more?
Well, that's my concern.
But that's what I'm saying, is that I could undo all of this with this. But what would that mean? If I For example, I don't know how these things work, and I don't want to say things out loud to suddenly activate anything. But
As a DM jumping in, you actually have to use the action to use the scroll.
Good.
And because it's not part of your natural rotation, you got to do like a small roll, just a basic intelligence check, D10. But
Can I do that in advance to
No.
see?
I want to know.
okay.
But also, as soon as you say the words "I wish," whatever happens afterwards is you casting the spell.
Right. Yeah. So I have to be careful. But I'm
Yeah.
saying, like, hypothetically, if I were to W word that the dragons had won the war instead. Do you know what I mean?
Well, then we may get something like the previous reality we came to.
Well, there were a lot more people alive in the previous reality. I mean, yeah, I know. I'm not saying
I think you're thinking a little too big.
maybe you're right.
I would only have to imagine that the ultimate purpose is to restore melody,
Yeah.
which perhaps, but I mean, the thing you have to ask there is what is your harmony waiting for? She already has the device or the mechanisms in which to potentially restore her sister. So,
Well, that would imply something bigger is going on because you're right. She could just wish her sister back. But
or is the ultimate purpose even greater than that? So who can say vis-a-vis that? My bigger question is how do we touch and remove these bones from a stone?
Should we just W word the bones?
Well, and this is the other thing. If I do that, then that also gives these Thanes access to those bones, which they've been trying and working on now.
We just sneak them into a bag of holding.
All of them?
just put a dragon
It's a bag
skeleton.
of holding.
I do not have a bag of holding that big. There is a cubic foot limit on those.
And this is also like the ethics we have to deal with. As this is why I hate multiversal travel. Because
You hate it. It's your whole reason for studying.
I'm time. I'm chronology.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is-
semantics.
This is me working outside
Space.
my area of expertise. Because yeah, we solve our problems, but we have to also accept that solving our problems may cause problems in this universe as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there is one other ally we could turn to as I pull out Yaka one more
Oh
time.
my god.
And thankfully, this
I don't know why you don't like it so much. It's been so useful.
It's delightful,
Yeah.
actually.
And it tells jokes.
Starting to like Yaka a little bit more than I
see?
thought I would.
You see Yaka say, "It is funny that you go for the person with no brain for the most knowledge."
Cosmically, it is a little bit funny. You're right. Mhm.
Yeah. That's irony.
Is he a metaphor
Context
for
is
AI?
such an important thing in this relationship, and I feel like I haven't properly and can never explain the animosity I feel towards this creature.
You hate the ones you love the most, Alethra.
Wow, red to filth.
All right. Legend lore time. All right, Yaka, tell us about the wish spell that was cast from the Empress of Storms in this reality on Herm and Zerstra.
The wish spell, cast by the Empress, was done in protection of her son. They were zapped out of the sky by powerful necrotic magics, and as her dying breath, she wished that her son's body and soul remained intact and uncorrupted. Some say the wish spell was strong enough, but some say it was also enforced by a mother's love. It is very powerful in ancient magics.
So his soul is in the bones.
Yes.
Would, from the spell that was cast, would those that don't mean harm to them or wish to resurrect the bones, would they be able to interact?
It is unclear. I can only say of why the wish spell and how the wish spell was cast. interactions with the bones later on is beyond my purview.
What use are you?
Would the wish spell have to be broken in order to interact with the bones?
Unclear.
Would a resurrection spell do?
What is clear, though, is that any interference with the rest of the soul has been deterred by the wish spell.
So she wished the soul be at rest, not
Undisturbed,
undisturbed.
uncorrupted.
Well, we have the intention to uncorrupt it. Well, not corrupt it. You know, what was the password that we were given? What was it? The storm gathers.
Yes, that's right. The storm gathers.
The storm gathers. What if there's something to show? I don't know. I mean,
It's like the storm gathers soon, specifically.
good memory.
Well, good writing notes.
Yeah. I love how we all just like glanced in like, yep.
Oh, I had already looked at it. I just pretended not to know.
The storm gathers soon. Like, what if we were to, say that in letting her know that we would be reuniting them and giving him life again? Like, our purpose is true as far as from, I'm not a mother myself, but as far as a mother's love, you'd want your child to be with you and living a life.
Well, it seems that, again, with dragons being able to have awareness of themselves across the multiverse, that feelings and themes seem to be carrying over. I mean, every Menzies we've encountered so far has been unfortunately afflicted or killed in some way, and every Isabernistra has been loving and caring and willing to do absolutely anything for her child.
And I think really we're by doing this, we're proving that we're willing to do anything to reunite them.
Willing to do anything for family.
I do want to put one more option out there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this isn't the reality, that we get what we need. I know it would be harder to go back to Sigil, but this is a lot to go against for all of us. Just within the friendship circle. I'm just reminding us of our options. We could walk away from this. I don't know if it's the right thing to do, but we've come across a lot of right and wrong in all of this.
Although we do know where this one is, I worry that if we were to lose this opportunity, that our other options would be even worse.
It's
That's
just
my-
going to get harder and harder.
It just might. And remember, I have Obanus on my tail.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, you should be like holding hands with Anthar here, just in case any
Oh, that's a good idea,
auras.
actually. You should
Any
actually...
auras are helpful.
He's got 30 feet. He's all right.
All right. Just stay in 30 feet.
No,
It's
hold
nice.
hands,
No, I
actually.
think we should hold hands.
That's better.
I like put his hand in her hand and I just pat
It's
them.
like,
Yeah,
it just
yeah,
dwarfs
is-
yours.
yeah.
Maraxis is like blushing hard.
Like
just
a glove. Look at that.
it starts
It's
steaming
just
a little
such a
bit.
good fit, don't you think?
Your hands are very cold and chilly. he actually refrains himself from farting this time. He's trying to be
Good for
proper.
him.
You can hear the butt cheeks clench.
Just clench. Yeah. Thank you, I guess.
Anyway.
In this reality, Maraxis is a different color, but in the one that we were before, Silver Dragon.
Mhm.
But the one that we saw in the future
Was gold.
Was gold.
was gold. Just sorry, I'm just just
Does she have the same powers?
Yeah, I'm wondering.
Does she have the same powers if she's a gold dragon versus a silver
No.
dragon?
Dragons and silver have different
No, they have different powers.
Yeah.
well,
Or
yeah, breath
breath-
weapons.
breath
Breath weapons.
Yeah.
Sorry.
and
Yes.
resistances.
Yeah.
She says, and that's also like, that was like a future us. So I'm not sure
Was it a future us or was it a future us from this reality?
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
Well, that's the tricky part. It being a chronomancer and studying chronology, it very much gave the feeling of a future ourselves.
So what would turn a silver dragon gold?
I like how everybody just sort of turns and looks at Meraxis. Like,
We really do.
Yeah.
This has been the biggest puzzle, honestly, that we've come across. Like, really.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I got distracted.
What would? I guess I'm wondering what difference would it make besides my breath powers?
Maybe we swap you with the one from this reality. Anyway, that probably won't happen.
What? I mean, I'd be lying. We're in the friendship circle. We're in the friendship circle.
We're in the friendship circle.
I'd be lying if I didn't have the same thought. Like, what if something happened to you and then we just got another one from this reality or some other?
Well, surely
I don't want to think about
What
it.
are you guys?
Surely we wouldn't do that to a friend. I mean, mages can disguise themselves for any reasons.
That's true. Maybe it
And
was
you
just
disguise
a disguise self.
And that's what I'm wondering.
you camouflage?
Can I disguise myself? Like, I do have it, but I just don't want to. Obviously, we don't want to use magic,
No,
right? But
don't do anything right now.
yeah, right now. But I wonder if it's worth.
But what would be the
disguising
benefit
myself.
of turning yourself
Exactly. That's
into-
what I'm trying to
like,
figure
Obanus
out.
wants to kill all of yous anyways.
Yeah, I don't think
Gold
turning
or
you into
whatever
gold
colour you
would
are.
matter. Yeah.
I wonder if there's one of you in each of the colors.
Well, he seems to
rainbow.
only know of you as silver.
So hiding as gold, you think would be enough?
Well, I mean, he found us in dreams. Maybe the color he's associated with is.
Is this Onthar speaking wisdom again?
I blacked out for a second.
Oh
What-
my god.
I mean, it's
Make a
worth
constitution saving throw.
it's worth a shot to
He
try.
shits his pants.
Natural one. Natural one.
It's
worth
something to keep in mind.
Yeah, it's worth a try to. I mean, when we get the chance.
You just put on a mustache and go, I'm not that Meraxis.
What do you mean? I am
I am-
dragonborn.
Golden Meraxis.
Yeah.
Silly you, Onthar.
Yeah. Although,
It's worth a try.
Idiot.
All right.
Maybe a nice hat.
a nice.
A nice hat. A little monocle.
It's just the same Rex as before, but she's got a new hat.
Oh, she's different.
So it sounds like you have the concepts of a plan.
Oh god. Here we go again.
We started with the concepts of a plan,
Well,
and we
you have
still
to-
have
you have
concepts
to
of a plan.
improvise. So I think our code word is a pretty good starting point. I think our purity of heart might also come into play. And if not those things, do we have any shovels? Or I guess we want.
You actually see Arthur hold up. I think Doug used to be a shovel.
All right.
Yeah, his name used to be Dig.
All right. Well,
Wasn't the past tense of a shovel Doug?
Oh, yes. All right.
I know grammar. Ha ha!
Very astute of you.
All right.
Yes, I am a student.
Oh my god.
Am I still holding his hand?
Yes, you are. Never let go.
You are an ass toot, that is for
Oh
sure.
my god.
I would give you another inspiration, but
I
you're
already have one.
You're capped at one.
All right.
I'll share it with
Shall we
somebody.
make our way then? I mean, we're just going to have to roll with the punches, I think.
Let's go to the bone bowl.
The boom bow.
Bum, bum, bum.
Well, seeing that it's 9:30, I think that is a good save point before a good old
catch
big
us
old
next
fashioned
episode in the Bone Bowl.
The bone bowl.
going on down to the bone bowl.
Thursday.
Yeah, it reminds me of like the Thunderdome
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah, exactly.